Hello, good evening. So I just am taking a break from uh, my favorite pastime lately, which is reading books. Not only reading books, but reading books in my target language, which is Japanese. And I was just reading The Sound of Waves by Yukio Mishima, and I'm really, really enjoying it. And I was just thinking about how, like, lately, I've been so happy and so proud of myself. And just because, like, all I can think about right now in my most excited and happy thoughts is immersing myself through the world of Japanese literature and just like getting so excited while reading a book and enjoying it, and just thinking about um, what novel I'll dig into next, or short story in the history of Japanese literature. And I was also thinking, like, what a privilege it is to be able to enjoy something so rich as literature in a foreign language that's different from your own, and to actually understand it. And I'm proud of myself because I've been able to get to a point where I can read these books and follow along with pretty much most of it. At least this one, it was the first one where it's like pretty much every sentence, if I take enough time to look up the words and think about the grammar for a bit, I can parse the meaning of the sentence. So I'm really like getting all the details of the story, and that's been really exciting. And I've been thinking of this as like the privilege of perseverance, because it does feel like a privilege in a way, because so many people don't get to experience this. Like even a lot of Japanese learners, foreigners who live in Japan, who get to a pretty high level in speaking ability, don't end up reading a lot of books, or don't know a whole lot of kanji, or don't really get to experience the joys of this. And I think back to my time in Japan, when I was hanging out with two women who have been living in Japan for quite a while. One who's a Shinto priestess, originally from Canada, another who's a researcher getting her PhD in Japanese history and religion. And yeah, I remember speaking with her, and there was this one time when we were at the Issei Grand Shrine, Jingu, I think is it. And yeah, there was this sign, and I was like, that says no smoking. And she was like, no, it says don't go down this way. And then, like, we were hanging out a while later, and she was like, no, I think you're right. It is no smoking. And then I remember another time when we were on the train, when she was talking about a book she was reading for her research. And I was like, you should read it in the original Japanese. And she responded to that, like, oh, there's no way I can do that. That's like too much work. And it was just making me think, like, yeah, not a lot of people, like, even when they're so, like, into this culture and immersed in it in that way, like when you're spending all your time researching the native religion of that region, or like actually participating in it, being a priestess, like not a lot of people put in that extra effort to really get to that level where they can read literature comfortably, or maybe not maybe even like don't have the time to devote themselves to that deep of an effort. And I was just thinking how grateful I have been lately, and how happy and excited I've been to have this privilege of perseverance. And I think it's attainable for a lot of people, and it's not as hard as people lead it on to be, especially with just how enjoyable an experience it can be. Yeah, so that's all. I hope you could hear me over these beautiful sounds of the river and the nighttime critters. Yeah, take it easy.